Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Matter of Opinion. It's your boy Walls P.
It's your boy Rated On.
And today's topic, Tia sent it to me on IG. So we're about to have a debate on this topic right here. As we see right here, mother assault local teacher claims teacher abused son. Teacher placed on administrative leave. And that was September 3rd. So this happened in Georgia, where Kasey Marie Brooks, 28, was charged with battery. Jill Park said teacher has been placed on administrative leave pending an investigation by Columbia County Sheriff's Office. Brooks, the teacher, and the school's director were walking into an empty classroom to discuss the way the teacher had allegedly handled the child when Brooks allegedly used a closed fist and hit the teacher in the back of the head, according to the incident report. Brooks kept hitting the victim in the head. The school director tried to stop Brooks from continuing her assault, but was unsuccessful, according to the report. A second person came in and both were able to pull Brooks off the teacher. According to the report, Brooks jumped back on the teacher and started hitting the teacher on the floor. She allegedly bit the teacher's left thumb, leaving a mark. Brooks was pulled off the teacher and went to the school's bathroom. According to the report, Brooks told the teacher and the witness that she would wait for her mugshot.
That's gangster. That's gangster right there. But y'all that have that expression that us out there that says I would die for my child.
Yeah.
I would go to jail for my child.
Yeah.
This woman is the embodiment of it.
That's facts. Responding deputies found the teacher's face swollen and bite marks around the base of her thumb. She was transported to Doctors Hospital for medical treatment. Brooks was arrested and taken to Columbia County Detention Center. On Thursday, Brooks filed a report for simple battery against the teacher, claiming assault on her 2-year-old son. According to the report, Brooks told deputies she saw a video Wednesday of her son's class at the church and showed the teacher physically abusing and mishandling her son between 9:45 a.m. and 1:45 p.m. on Monday. Brooks told deputies she considered the actions as child abuse and was told by the school she could not review the video footage from other days or other camera views of the incident. According to the report, Brooks is convinced this was not the first time her son was abused. She said her son had a leg injury from school when she picked him up on August 12th. She told deputies she did not think much of it at all, but after seeing the video, she became suspicious of her child's injuries. Now, before we get into this debate, please like, share, subscribe, and definitely comment on the video. And also, if you want to see that unfiltered content, definitely join our locals. And don't forget to click the link in the description to join that Discord. So, as far as this mother assaulting the teacher, do you think her actions were justified?
Damn right.
And I would like for you to elaborate. Why do you feel that this was justified?
First of all, if this had been my child, she would have got assaulted very sooner than what she was patient. She waited. She waited.
So what you saying? As soon as she stepped on the scene, you would have been swinging?
Soon as I picked up my child on August 12th and I saw my child had a leg injury, oh hell no. It was over for that. It was over for that. I was tracking her down. I was like, how did my child get this injury? No. She was a lot patient. She had more patience than me, I'm telling you.
See, man, I don't know, man. I think she should have let the police take action and do their job, because granted, even though she feel good inside as far as like, yo, I got retaliation and now he's being under investigation, or he or she, it doesn't say if the teacher's a he or she. I don't recall. But whoever that teacher was, they are going to get their day in court, whatever the case may be, with whatever the investigation proves. So with that being said, even though you may get retribution, you're suffering now for it. Whereas before you could have been on the sideline, see that teacher suffer without you having to pay the consequences too.
Yeah, but 9 times out of 10, how many times do people sit on the sidelines and they take people go to court and they take a plea deal or something and they get off with a lesser charge? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they do, but isn't it still an unnecessary blemish on your record though?
It could be seen as that, but I honestly, I think she would. I think if she went to court for the assault charge, I think she could plead
temporary insanity or something like that.
Temporary insanity because of the shock of her child being abused or whatever mentally, and I think she would beat the case.
Well, first of all, I need to see exactly what this video depicts, because if it's
they had to depict something real crazy for her to be dogging her like that. All
right, but what if it's not though? What if it's not?
I don't know. If it's not, then I gotta say that she went overboard. But If it does, that butt whooping was justified.
See, I'm not mad at her actions because I can't tell somebody how to react when it comes to their child.
Exactly.
But in a case like that, especially like with the teacher and everything like that, the way I would have handled it, I would have went into school, investigated and everything like that. And once the investigation and everything was being processed, I would have got the cops involved. Now, I would have cursed the hell out of the teacher out and everything. But you was about to say what? The article what?
But the article stated that she went in there and asked for the tapes to be reviewed. She went into the arch to I guess the head person there.
Yeah.
And she told him that she wanted to review the tapes because she thought her child was being abused, and they refused her.
No, I know that, but I think they said that the teacher was being under investigation.
Now,
but here's the thing: if I have the idea that my son or my child is being abused, and I saw a video or whatever, number one, I would confront the school, but I would have immediately notified the police.
I understand that, but you have to think about it. She's probably in a very emotional state because I think this is her only child, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not 100% sure about that. Being an only child, that's your only child. Your emotional state goes from 0 to 100 real quick.
If your only child is very well protected, of course.
Yeah,
what I'm saying? That I understand.
And then she's a mother at that, and then she's picking up her child. What was it, August 12th? And her child has a leg injury,
mm-hmm.
and then that's one thing. He comes home with a leg injury, and then a couple days later down the line, she gets a video of this teacher abusing her child, and she sees that. You know how much rage that is?
No, I get it. I guess my thing is the
mental state of that woman. She was not thinking about notifying no police. She was like, I'm gonna beat this person's butt.
I guess my thing is, if it winds up being where she gotta do a couple of months or whatever the case may be, was it really worth it then? Because I could understand if the child, like if the person physically abused the child to the point that the child, God forbid, died or whatever the case may be. But if it was just abuse and whatever, let's just say if the result is she wind up having to do a couple of months or whatever the case may be, is it worth it then though?
Honestly, yeah. I can't warrant it, man. Did you not hear that woman's statement? She said, "I will stay here for my mugshot."
No, she definitely was about it.
She definitely was about that life.
Yeah, she was definitely about that life. I can't argue it, but I'm just like, yo. Now, let's just say, for instance, for the sake of argument, if that's a single parent home or whatever, if they really want to get ugly, since she's being incarcerated, that child could go, into the system.
I highly, you know what it is, being that she's a single mother, and I'm not 100% sure, but I think that's her only child. They're gonna, there's a lot of legal defenses that can be used to get her off the hook, to where that she might only have to do probation.
Yeah. No, I get that. I'm just talking worst case scenario.
Yeah, worst case scenario. Yeah. I mean, she can always have a family member look after her because she does have family that live down there. That's the first thing she can suggest to the court. She could say, oh, okay, well, I trust X, Y, Z family member to look after my child while I do whatever.
See, I'm always with the proponent of, look, man.
But you know what it is though? Some people just need a lesson.
I agree with you.
Some people just need a lesson, and I felt that she felt the need to teach this woman a lesson about abusing kids.
See, I would have went through calling the cops, going through their investigation, and depending on what the outcome be, if the outcome I feel wasn't necessary, then I would see that her actions would have been justified.
Okay, so let me ask you this. All right, so let's say God forbid somebody abuses your child, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then you call the cops and they do a whole preliminary investigation. They find a little bit of evidence. They take it to trial, right?
Mm-hmm.
Prosecutor is going to offer her a plea deal or whatever if she wants to plead guilty to whatever evidence or whatever. Let's say tops, she might spend maybe 2-3 years in prison, get out. She's free in 2-3 years, while your child is still scarred for life. See my point?
No, I see that point, but
now that she got that butt whooping,
if that was me,
life too.
if that was me and she got 2 or 3 years, if my like I said, if it was just a case like in this case where yeah, he had a bruise on the leg or whatever the case may be, whatever. From the way it sounds, it's not like he has like a scar for life, so to speak. It's not that detrimental of a case or whatever. So if it was something where like I don't know, she stabbed them or something like that, you got me there. But if you tell me it was bruises and like scolding and stuff like that, then those 3 years to me, I would be like, that's justified. I would feel like those 3 years was justified for basically for the teacher's action, so to speak.
I don't think it'd be justified because
I wouldn't. The only way I see it not justified is if the teacher got off. Then that's when it becomes not justifiable. Or if she got 3 years for killing my child or some shenanigan like that, then it's not justified.
I still don't feel, because you got to think about it. You might say that child might not be scarred, but that child might be scarred because you never know the emotional state of a child. You get what I'm saying?
No, so I get that.
Being that child went through whatever, abuse or hitting or whatever, now that child could develop social anxiety and a whole lot of other problems, going down the line.
No, I understand that 100%, but so I feel as though it's my job as the parent to help get the child through that, because at the end of the day, even though if the child wasn't traumatized in an aspect of that, I could have got into a car accident and traumatized my child. I still got to go through the process of helping him get through that traumatizing situation, whether it's therapy or whatever. So we never know what tomorrow's going to bring. So if it wasn't that situation, who's to say it's going to be another situation?
That is true. That is true. I give you that, but getting the child to overcome a traumatizing event or traumatizing part of their life is not an easy thing. There's people today whose children are still traumatized. They're afraid to go like outside, be around people.
No, I get it. I get it. I guess it's just, I guess for me, like I said, I'm not saying that you're not right in the way you're thinking. I guess for me, like people might not agree, but for me personally, if it's just like, scolding and like a couple of marks and stuff like that, that's not permanent marks and stuff like that. I wouldn't go to lengths of attacking the person. I would let the courts do it. But if it was something you're talking, my son got stabbed or slashed in the face or something like that, now we're talking a totally different dynamic. That's where I'm like, yo, all bets are off. So that's where I'm at with it.
I mean, I hear where you're coming from, but I don't know. If I was in her shoes, I might have done the same thing. I'm be honest.
Like case in point, like I know it's a different dynamic because I teach my kids, to be respectful, whatever. They're at the playground, a little boy hit him. And he came and told me whatever. So I pulled the boy to the side and the parents to the side and, spoke to him or whatever. Now these folks look ghetto as I don't know what. And they was like, they said whatever to the child, whatever. But I pulled CJ over. I was like, yo, if you ever out and a child hits you, the first time you come tell me, I'll handle it. If that child does it again, you hit them back. Don't let anybody just come out and hit you. But I also reference, if this is in school, you tell the teacher, you handle it different. But out here, like outside in the park or something, this is how I want you to handle it. Now, I only put it like that to him because he's old enough to understand that. But if he was like 2-3 years old, I would have just said, if somebody hits you, come tell me. But the fact that he's older and has that understanding, first time, all right, cool. The second time, all right, do what you got to do. So in their case, if they would have investigated or whatever and put the teacher on, let's say administrative leave, whatever, teacher comes back and does it again, the gloves are off. The gloves are off.
I feel as though she felt like she couldn't take that chance. And she was like, you know what? I'm going to make sure she understands that you can't hurt no child. So nobody's child. So
I can dig
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I can dig it.
I gotta clap it up because that woman was gangster. Okay?
Nah, she was. She definitely was. I can't front on that because you know the illest part is when they pulled her off, she went back again. And
That's the illest part about
He went back again, then bit his thumb, like trying to bite his thumb off. Like, yo, I don't know if, like I said, I don't know if it was a he or a she, but yo, bit that teacher's thumb, like trying to bite it off, yo, and then was just like, I'm gonna wait for my mugshot. That's gangster.
The thing about it, she didn't even leave. She was like, I'm gonna wait right here for my mugshot. That's gangster. That is some gangster shit. I'm telling you.
Yeah, I can't
Al
be mad
Capone
at
ain't got nothing on her.
I can't be mad at that, you know. Hey, definitely a shout out to that mom, because yo, she wasn't letting nobody abuse her child.
She definitely embodied the definition. I'll go to jail for my child.
Yeah, definitely. All right, so yeah, that's gonna do it for this episode. I would love to see what you guys think on, do you believe that her actions was justified or not? Let us know in the comments. Let us know who you think had a stronger argument on this topic. But hey, man, definitely be protective of your kids, and you know, make sure nobody's out there abusing your child, especially when it comes to school and stuff like that. You see marks on your child, definitely investigate and see what's going on.
Definitely look out for signs.
Yeah,
your children give you little hints that they getting abused or whatever. Definitely look out for the signs.
With the way these people are killing their kids left to right nowadays, man, it's horrific. So
yeah, there's madness in the world, man.
Definitely try and look for them telltale signs. That's gonna do it for this episode. I'm Walls P.
It's your boy Rated Dawn, and don't forget to check out our Discord.
Yep.
Don't forget to send us any videos that you guys want us to talk about.
Yep.
And any articles.
Exactly. That's gonna do it. Peace.
Peace.
It's a matter of opinion.